Good morning, ma. In previous class, we have seen how to place hexagonal close packed layer. Second layer we have seen how to place the second layer. Okay. In today's class, we will see that how to place the third layer. So our heading will be continued in a way that packing in solids under packing in solids, close packing in hexagonal close packing layer. Close packing in hexagonal close packing layer. Okay, now next side heading A, placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. You will understand easily, no problem. Yesterday we have seen placing the second layer. Okay, that placing the second layer in a way that second layer is not repeated with first layer. Position of second layer is not repeated with first layer. Is it correct? First layer, if you imagine as A, second layer will be B. Like that in yesterday's class we have seen. Is it okay, ma? Now in today's class, we are going to see that placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. Okay, placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. You will be clear how we are going to cover the tetrahedral voids, but first we will see placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. Okay, in yesterday's class we have seen placing the second layer. It is clear. After that, next one, this is placing the third layer. Okay, ma? First I will draw two layers. In yesterday's class, what is the thing I have shown? Like that, I will draw two layers. After drawing the two layers, we will see how we are going to keep the third layer according to this one, this heading. Okay, see first, packing in solids. Under that, close packing in hexagonal close packing layer. Okay, in yesterday's class, first we have seen that square close packing layer, how we are going to keep that one. That is two-dimensional, three-dimensional is also completed. Placing third layer, it is repeated. But hexagonal close packing layer, by keeping this hexagonal close packing layer, we will not get the three-dimensional way easily. Two ways possibility are there. This placing the third layer, we are getting two layers. First, before that, I am going to see what about first layer and second layer. Okay, ma? Observe the diagram carefully, all of you. So this is first layer, A. Okay. Now I am going to keep second layer in a way that second layer particles, okay, they are going to be into the triangular voids in which vertex pointing upwards. Today I have sent the videos also, ma. Like this, two types of voids are there. This is one type of void, this is another type of void. Like this, two types of voids are there. Now we are going to keep the second layer in which the particle is indulged into this type of void. Okay, so it will be like this. Next here you will get na, it will be like this. Next here you will be getting like this. So I am making this dark, B layer dark. Next, see again here I am going to keep. Next again same, here you will get the particle. Automatically it will be adjusted into this way. Like this we got the B layer. This is B layer, this is A layer. Okay. Now yesterday what did I say that one? 1 minute ma? So little bit darkened, what is that one? That is layer B. This is layer B. Below one layer A. Okay. In what way we have arranged this layer B? Why did I say layer B ma? The position of this particle is not repeated. If you keep one more particle here, this particle and that particle will not be repeated. Is it correct or not? So below one if you think as A layer, above one we are thinking that B layer. In what way we have kept the B layer, second layer, that is this type of void is there na, into that the particle will be present. Same like that. This is also hexagonal layer only. Hexagonal close packed layer only. See. Like this it will be continued now. The second layer, B layer, is also hexagonal close packed layer only, but those particles are indulged into the gap which is present with triangular shape void, which is present with vertex point above. Okay, those voids are called tetrahedral voids. After keeping the second layer, definitely that is tetrahedral void, because in today's video also you might have seen that animation. Okay, these three particles below, A layer particles 1, 2, 3 will be in triangular shape. This particle will be from above. Exactly, this particle will be from above and it is kept like this. If you see from this direction, in your view, this tetrahedral void is not visible. But one small thing, one student, okay, he is observing this arrangement from back. Let us think that this is glass, transparent. Okay, first layer A is present like this, B is present like this. You are viewing like this. Okay, now my question is, one student is viewing like this. If he is viewing like this, definitely the T is there, na? The T is visible or not? This particle is visible. From that gap, if he sees, see ma, the gap is there. Okay, this particle is above only, na? If he sees from back side into that gap, he can see the particle. This particle he can see. This particle also he can see this through this space. Are you clear or not? So the particle layer is like this, above layer is like this. Back side layer I am going to talk next. This is A only, na? Next B I will talk. First this one is placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. Okay, that one now we will see. All of you can concentrate carefully. This is also tetrahedral void. This is also tetrahedral void. This is also tetrahedral void. Next, this is also tetrahedral void. This one, same this one. These are all tetrahedral voids. What did I keep? Now, what about the octahedral voids? Observe here. 3 particles are present like this. 3 particles are present below. 1, 2, 3. These 3 particles below. These darkened particles are there, na 3 particles, those are above. That gap is there in between them, that is O, octahedral void. This is also O, and this is also O. Correctly, if you see the animation video, this gap is clearly visible. If you see that gap, into that gap, we can see if you keep any hand below A layer, if you keep any hand through that gap, we can see. Correct or not? Okay. Now, this is also octahedral wide. This is also octahedral wide. Like that. These are all we are getting tetrahedral wides. These are all we are getting octahedral wides. In this arrangement, the triangular wide pointing above means pointing upwards will be getting as tetrahedral wide. These wides, whatever the wides they are present with triangular wide below, pointing below, they are getting octahedral wides. Okay, now I am going to keep third layer. Till this yesterday we have seen keeping the second layer. Observe the diagram again, all of you. After keeping this third layer, after this explanation, I will send one animated video to you. Okay, so by that it will be more clear for you. I hope up to the second layer it is very clear. Okay, now we are talking about third layer. See, close packing in hexagonal close packing layer, placing the third layer by covering octahedral wides. Now we are going to keep the third layer. Now we are going to keep the third layer in a way that the third layer particles are going to cover the octahedral wides, because octahedral wides are visible. Okay ma, see now. See the particle. Next, this octahedral wide covered. See this octahedral wide. Next, same way. This octahedral wide. If you see third layer also hexagonal layer only. Third layer also hexagonal close packing layer only. Okay na? Next, this octahedral wide. Same way, it will be continued. Like that, third layer is kept. Okay, now my question is, this is third layer particle. This third layer particle position, is it repeated with any A layer, B layer? No. This third layer particle position, see, A layer particle is present here or here. B layer particle is present here. Third layer I kept here, in which the third layer particle position and A and B particle positions are not repeated. No chance at all. See ma, here I kept. Without repetition of this particle position, I kept third layer. Then definitely the third layer is C. Because the third layer position is not at all repeated with A or B layers. Third layer position particles position is not repeated with A or B layer. See, A layer particle is here or here, B layer particle is this one, and C layer particle is this one. Correct or not? So nowhere this is A layer particle, this is B layer particle. Nowhere C layer particle position is repeated. That's why all the three layers are different. If you keep fourth layer, if you are able to imagine, if you keep fourth layer, that is not explained actually, definitely that fourth layer is repeated with A. Fifth layer is repeated with B. Sixth layer is repeated with C. It will be little bit more complicated. If you are going to keep third layer is okay. Fourth layer, fifth layer like this, if you imagine, these circles diagrams, it will be more. Actually, it is repeated. Definitely fourth layer will be repeated. Fifth layer is repeated with B layer. Sixth layer is repeated with again C layer. That's why this type of alignment is called ABC alignment. Continuation. This type of alignment is called ABC alignment, and this is called cubic close packing. Cubic close packing or FCC, face centered close packing. This type of close packing is called cubic close packing, CCP or FCC. CCP or FCC, both are same only. Okay, ABC alignment repetition. I think you are clear. First I have drawn A layer particles. After that I kept B layer particles into the voids which are pointing above. upwards, then we are getting these as tetrahedral voids. Okay, these tetrahedral voids are not visible from your view, definitely, but octahedral voids are gap present. If you keep hand below the A layer, definitely through octahedral void we can see that one. After keeping this C layer, we cannot see through octahedral void. Okay, after keeping this C layer, we cannot see back hand below A layer hand through octahedral, because octahedral void is covered, okay, by C layer. Now what is the heading? Placing the third layer by covering octahedral void. If you keep third layer by covering octahedral void, that is definitely another layer C. A, B, C, completely different. If you keep fourth layer, that is repeated with A layer. Okay. Now, if you keep fifth layer, that is repeated with B layer. And if you keep sixth layer, it is repeated with C layer. That's why repetition will be happen ABC alignment. Okay. This type of arrangement is called cubic close packing, CCP or FCC. Both are same only. CCP or FCC. This is about keeping the or placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. This keeping the or placing the third layer also I will send the animated video. Okay, I hope by this explanation itself you will be clear only. But by seeing the animated video you can imagine little bit more and you can be clear little bit high. Okay. This is about placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. Observe the diagram clearly. Third layer also it is somewhat visible only. The third layer is kept by covering the octahedral void. Okay, then C layer will be formed because that C layer particle positions are not repeated with any A layer particle positions or B layer particle positions. Definitely. If you keep fourth layer, then only it is repeated with first layer particle. Okay. Here one thing I would like to say, that is everything it is required with imagination. Everything it is required with imagination. Definitely. Okay. Shall I continue with the next arrangement? Placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. I have to rub this one because the third layer is there. The third layer, if you by keeping that one, if you explain that, it is not possible. So I am going to rub this one and I am going to draw again second layer once again. Okay, see. Next heading B. Placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Okay, first layer A. So this is all about A layer. In what way we kept the B layer? B layer is kept in a way that gaps which are present, triangular voids which are present pointing upwards, those gaps are exactly kept with the B layer. Like that it is repeated. So this is B layer. This is A layer. Now my question is, observe this tetrahedral void. Concentrate on only these particles, 1, 2, 3 particles, and this one. This is second layer I kept already. What is the heading? What is the heading, ma? Placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Okay, this one you are seeing from this direction. This is the view. Okay, already I told you are viewing this one arrangement like this, in this way. In this way, if you observe, this is A layer. Okay, I am standing like this, ma. You are viewing. My view and your view will be different. Is it correct or not? In between us, these layers are present. Once again, in between you and me, we have layers. In what way? This is first layer. Above that, B layer I kept. For you, it is above. For me, it is below. Okay. Now, for me, from my point of view, above layer is free only, na? Above A, it is free or not? That is only back side. See, A layer, this one. This is B layer. Now, from below, from that side, this tetrahedral void point is free only, na? From like this, from my point of view, the tetrahedral void is free only. Now we are going to keep third layer below A layer. Now we are going to keep third layer by covering which voids, ma? Tetrahedral voids. Placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Correct, na? So we are going to keep the layer below A layer in a way that the particle is coming exactly into tetrahedral void. Then the position here, this position repeated or not? B layer is repeated below A. B layer, see, this void is covered by like this particle position. This void is covered by like this particle position. Below, exactly. So, below layer, again you will get B only. Is it correct or not? Now, above this B layer, if I keep one more layer, above this B layer, if I keep one more layer, okay, definitely, see, 1 minute, ma. So below layer is B layer only. Above this B layer, if you keep one more layer, definitely you will get the position of A like this. Again, same position will be repeated. Like this, same position will be repeated. Okay. Now, above A, again, if you keep B layer. So, this is the alignment which is called AB continuation alignment. This is the alignment which is called AB alignment. Previous alignment is called ABC alignment. Previous alignment is called ABC alignment. This alignment is called AB alignment. Why? We are keeping the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Automatically, we are going to keep the layer below A layer to cover this tetrahedral void, because from my point of view, here we have A layer. From my point of view, that gap is present. So I am going to keep particles into that gaps. Then that particles layer which I am going to keep, that position is exactly repeated with B layer. That's why I kept, that is B. Again, if we keep fourth layer, you will get A layer again. That means AB, it is getting repeated. AB, it is getting repeated. So final conclusion of this placing third layer is, if you keep third layer by covering octahedral voids, you will get another layer, C. That is called ABC alignment, CCP or FCC. The type of alignment is called. Now we are going to keep third layer. By covering tetrahedral voids. We are going to keep third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Then that B layer position is repeated. That's why no third layer will be formed here. AB, it is getting repeated. Okay, and this type of alignment is called AB layer repeated. Okay, and this is also called hexagonal close packed. Hexagonal close packed or HCP. So we are getting two types of names, CCP or FCC, both are same only, and HCP. HCP where we are getting placing the third layer by covering tetrahedral voids. Okay. CCP we are getting placing the third layer by covering octahedral voids. In this way, placing the third layer is completed. Okay, the major difficult part was completed because this is required with highly imagination. Okay, after this completion tomorrow's class, I will send one animated video also how to keep this third layer by covering tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Then you will be more clear. But I hope by this arrangement itself you are very clear about the topic. Okay, so what are the subtopics we are discussing in solid state? Everything you are going to be clear. Okay, ma. After this, we have correctly two more topics. Those are number of tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids in FCC, and one more thing, that is defects. Okay, that number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids in today's class itself I will complete, ma. In one more class we will complete the defects. So this solid state topic is going to be completed within one more class. That is the thing we are going to conclude. Okay, so observe this one. This arrangement we are going to keep third layer in a way that the third layer is placed by covering tetrahedral voids. The third layer is placed by covering tetrahedral voids. So automatically that B is getting repeated. That's why AB it is formed. Okay. In previous arrangement we got ABC alignment. In this alignment we got AB alignment. Previous one is called CCP or FCC. This is called HCP, hexagonal close packed. Okay. Coordination number definition you might have known already. The particle which is in touch with how many particles? Other neighbor particles. The particle, if you concentrate on one particle, that particle is in touch with how many neighbor particles, that is called coordination number in this solid state. Okay. In coordination compounds, coordination number is nothing but that metal is surrounded by how many ligands. In complex compounds, coordination number is nothing but central metal ion is surrounded by how many ligands. That is called coordination number. Here the coordination number is the point where we are going to concentrate, that particle is in touch with how many particles, that is called coordination number in solid state. Okay, by this placing or packing in solids, packing of particles in solids completed. Okay, now our next side heading is number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids in FCC or CCP. Both are same only. That is our next slide heading. Number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids in FCC. Okay, first one. Number of octahedral voids. Number of octahedral voids equal to, actually this is in FCC only, na? Okay, in FCC number of particles n is equal to number of particles n is equal to 4. In FCC, number of particles n is equal to 4. Number of octahedral voids is also equal to 4 only. That's why it is also equal to n. In FCC, number of particles n is equal to 4. Number of octahedral voids equal to 4. How we are going to calculate that number of octahedral voids is equal to 4? Okay, that calculation is required with highly imagination. Okay, ma? I am going to take one cube box. Okay, or otherwise, before going to take the cube box, I want to say one thing, that is okay, first it is better to take the cube box only. 1 minute more. Observe the formula. Number of octahedral voids equal to n. Number of octahedral voids equal to n. I got the cuboid only, but imagine this one as only square. Okay, now how we are going to say the octahedral void? See, all of you, the particle which is present in the face center here. Next, the particle which is present in the face center. 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next 4, 5, 6. See, 2 particles from right side and left side, 2 particles from front side and back side, 2 particles from above and below. In between these 6 particles, we have one small gap. 6 particles has gap. 6 particles have that gap. That gap is called octahedral void. That position is called body-centered position in FCC. Correct, no? Actually, one more time I am giving conclusion. In FCC, what are the lattice points? See, this is the cube. Let us think that this is FCC unit cell. Okay. In this FCC, what are the lattice points? Corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 corners. Along with corners, face centers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 face centers. All the 6 face centers have particles. Correct or not? Now, imagine 2 balls I kept like this. 2 balls I kept like this. Next, 2 balls from above. Exactly, these 6 particles are going to meet. Okay, in between them, small gap will be present. Where that gap will be present, ma? In the body center. Correct or not? Because like this, here in the middle. In the body center, we are getting that space. That void is called octahedral void. In the body center exactly, we are getting that void. That void is called octahedral void. So, octahedral void at body center is equal to 1. That body center octahedral void is not shared by any other room. It is in the middle, na? So it is not shared by any other room. That's why it is 1. Okay, clear. Next, observe. Please, this topic is very important. Okay, if you know how many octahedral voids, that is okay. Simply if you remember the formula. But how we got this 4 octahedral voids, if you understand, that is very easily understanding the concept. That is better way. Okay, ma? Now see. Correctly, this is called edge. Okay, in FCC, this edge center is there, na? It is not a lattice point. Already we know in FCC what are the lattice points? Corners plus face centers. Okay, keep that one aside. Now observe, ma? This is face center. One particle. This is face center. One more particle. 1, 2. 2 particles. In the same way, from this side, one more cube is there. From this side, one more cube is there. From that cube, here we have one face center. From that cube, we have here one face center. Correct? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, okay. From here also one cube you can imagine. From above. From there, like this we have one face center. Like this it is continuation. Correct? From that particle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Corner particle is there, na? 5. This corner particle 6. In between these 6 particles we have this gap. This is called octahedral void. This is called octahedral void. One more time, this octahedral void is present in between 6 particles. Actually, this is in the corner, that's why all the 6 particles are not belonging to same cube. All the 6 particles are not belonging to same cube. Actually, BCC octahedral void is there, na? At body center, sorry, not BCC, but body center. Body center octahedral void is there, na? That is entirely belonging to one unit cell. So it is surrounded by 6 particles. That one easily we understood. All the face centers only. But this octahedral void present at edge. Octahedral void present at edge is surrounded by 6 particles only. 6 particles only. But all the 6 particles are not belonging to same cube. So then what way? See, face center 1, second face center 2, corner, corner. These 4 are belonging to this cube. Okay, next. One face center is from above plane, above cube. From here. If you extrapolate this one, you will get one more particle is here. Na? That is from face same. This face center mirror image like this. This is in touch like this. Na? From here, one more cube is there. Na? This is face center. From that face center, one particle. See, this is particle, like this, to approach. From here, here, and from corner, corner, above corner and below corner. In between them, one gap is there, na? That gap is called octahedral void. That position is here. Like that, this is also octahedral void only. Correct? This is also octahedral void only. This is also octahedral void only. This is also. Sir, in what way this is octahedral void? See, ma? This gap will be formed by what are the particles? Concentrate here, this gap. Corner. Corner. How many are completed? 2. This gap I am telling. These are all edges, ma. Edge centers. Here, here, 1, 2 corners. Face center. 3. From above also face center. 4. From above also face center 4. This face center and this face center. Correct? This face center and this face center. 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners. Sorry, 1 minute. 1, 2. 2 corners. This face center and this face center. This face center and this face center. This face center and this face center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also octahedral void. Okay, like that, how many edges we have? Edges we have. What is that? 12 edges. Okay, 12 edges have 12 octahedral voids in one cube, but all the 12 are not belonging to same cube. All the 12 are not belonging to same cube. Now see, all of you, here, if you have one octahedral void here, see, this is edge length, edge center only. This is shared by 4 cubes. See, this is one cube. Next, this is another cube, second. Correct, ma? This is third cube. and this is fourth cube. 1, 2, 3, 4. That, see, if you keep like this box here, here and here, exactly this center is there, na? It is shared by 4 rooms. It is not possible with more than 4 rooms. If it is shared by 4 rooms, that particle is contributing how much to one unit cell? 1 by 4 only. That particle is contributing 1 by 4 to the one unit cell. Correct? Like that, how many we have? 12 edges we have. 12 edge centers. 12 edge centers are there. Then octahedral void at edge center. Octahedral void at edge center is equal to 12 into 1 by 4, because each octahedral void is contributing fourth part. 1 by 4 is equal to 3. See, octahedral void at body center is equal to 1, octahedral void at edge center is equal to 3, total number of octahedral voids is equal to 4. Total number of octahedral voids equal to 4. I hope you are clear in what way we have calculated that octahedral voids. Okay. If you say one more time, if you want that explanation, I am ready to give explanation also. I am ready. But the thing is, you have to be highly imaginable. You have to imagine the positions clearly. Okay. So by this number of octahedral voids I will stop today. Number of tetrahedral voids, it is simple one only. In next class I will go through and defects also. I have 2 more classes. It is required, but the thing is here, how to calculate this number of octahedral voids. Okay, one more time if you want explanation, in our group say that one individual opinion, what about the calculation. If you are clear, immediately say to me, sir, we are clear about that one, we understood in what way you explained. If you are not clear, immediately inform to me in our group. Then I will see how many students they didn't understand. Even one student, if she or he didn't understand, immediately I will say once again. No problem. Okay. One day it will be lagged. Hardly. By that, nothing will be happened. But the thing is, you have to understand everything. Okay, ma? But today I tried somewhat to explain. I hope you are clear. Okay. But even though if you have a little bit doubt also, no problem. Immediately you can, no need to hesitate anything. Immediately you can inform. I am ready to explain once again how to calculate this number of octahedral voids. Okay, ma? By this today's class it is okay. Now next class we will go through, according to your opinion, I will go through the class. Okay, ma? If you are not understood this one, then I will go through once again number of octahedral voids and after the tetrahedral voids again. Otherwise directly we will go to tetrahedral voids. Okay. So our heading is number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids in FCC. This is the calculation. Okay, ma? I hope you are clear. Let us see that tomorrow's thing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.